Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live plan with me. I am going to be planning out the week of the 14th through the 20th in my Makselife vertical undated planner. It's February 2022, etc. Today is Super Bowl Sunday, and I'm going to try and speed through this a little bit. Not that I'm hugely into watching football, but watching the Super Bowl was something my mom always loved, and so it makes me feel close to her. Plus, this year's halftime show, I was a teenager in the 90s. This year's halftime show is like, I don't even know. I don't even know how I'm going to handle it. Anyway, so if you are here on the live, let me know if you can hear me okay. And if you're here on the replay, let me know that you're here in the comments below. Ooh, hello, everybody. Yeah, I got my nails done this week. I love this color. I did say I was going to see if I could get one that was kind of similar to this purple, which wasn't exactly what I went for, but I feel like it does sort of suit this past week. And this is what this last week looked like. My blood pressure was running fairly elevated, but they just doubled one of my meds. And today it already showed going down. So that's interesting. Oh, I did all these things. I get to check them off. And I get to check off my hangout because I just did that. So yeah, things are going. They're going. This piece of washi does not want to stay down though. It's been bugging me all fucking week. All right. I already did my weekly reflections. I already did my actions for this next week. So we'll work on that when we finish the whole situation. And did I not grab any washi tape to go with this? Fuck my life. Okay, hold please. I'm going to go grab some washi, but you can hear me. I'll ramble at you from the background. I need some pink washi. Pink. It's not red and not white. You would think I have so much pink fucking washi this wouldn't be that hard, but apparently it was, especially since I didn't grab one of these sheets to bring over with me. I think maybe this one is the one I'm going to go with. This is not actually that pink, but I think it matches and it's pretty, so we're going to go with this puppy. Anyway, if you're curious as to what I'm talking about though with the pink and the washi and the whatever, I am using this Krissyanne Designs kit. So this is the sheet from the 2021 Celebrations Collection. And then she just sold and then discontinued all of the companion pages to go with that Celebrations Collection. So I ordered this and I love these colors. So this is what I want to use. Anyway, I think what I'll do is... I mean, this pink that I used this week also really matches, but like it kept peeling up, so I don't feel like using that one. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just lay down. Yeah, I'll just do this. I'll just do it just above, because the problem is that where the date covers hit. Actually, you know what I'll do? Maybe I want the sparkly to show. I don't want to cover the sparkly up with date covers. Did I grab the date covers? No, there's some in here. Okay, I'm good. So I think what I'll do is I'll go up a skosh, like yay. And you can still kind of see the words through. I don't give that much of a shit. I mean, I do give a shit because I'm like particular, but I'm not too worried about it right now. Anyway. Just looking at the comments here. Ashley, you're in a planner funk and you need something, and your wedding is in March. If I was you, personally, I would go with a bullet journal and rapid logging until the wedding was over. like no fancy layouts, none of that shit. Just rapid logging what I need to get done on a given day. But that's knowing me and knowing how I like plan things is exactly where this is simply gilded washi tape, by the way, and I fucking love it. It's so pretty. All right, so date covers. Where are my tweezers? Hi, Jolyn. I saw your message too, and I just haven't had the chance to get on and do messages yet. Can you tell us how I started this channel? That's an interesting question. I mean, there's all sorts of interesting questions, but yes, I started this channel because I was doing lettering in my planner back in like 2013, and at the time there wasn't a lot of YouTubes that were talking about planner lettering. I was doing it because of being a sign artist at Trader Joe's, and people asked me if I would teach them, and I said I could make a video, and so I made some very janky videos, and that was how it started. And then I continued by doing plan with me's and stuff because the people that were doing them on a regular basis at the time, it didn't feel like there were a lot of people who I could identify with. And to be fair, there's still like the people that tend to blow up and get popular, whether in the planner space or in the bullet journal space, still tend to not be people that I can really relate to for whatever reason. And so I figured if other people could relate to me, if I could find people that also felt kind of left out, then I'd feel good about it. So that's what I was doing. How is my Makselife cover holding up? The new one? This one? It's fine. I don't see any problems with it. I also don't take this anywhere. Just up and down the stairs, so I don't put it through a lot of its paces. You need a to-do list for your to-do list? Fuck, I feel that. This last week, I was feeling so smug about how good I was doing in terms of work shit, and then I would get to a point where I would remember, oh, fuck, there's this other thing I totally forgot. Oh, fuck, there's this other thing I totally forgot. And there are things that, like, I think what happened was that this last week, so not the week we're in current, the week that just finished, but the week previous to this one. This last week, I wound up losing about 3 days of work. A little bit less than that, but like around 3 days of work because Jesse was super sick. He was like puking. I think he must have had like a 24-hour stomach bug or like a touch of food poisoning or something. It was bad. And so I was basically on Jesse detail and Layla detail. And so getting worked up. My office right now is not a fit place for any, for dogs. So, it will be, give me like another week and it'll be ready for dogs. I thought I was going to be ready this week, but like I said, I kind of got caught up in some situations. Anyway, so I think what happened was I lost those then because then I got a migraine or like a sinus headache for 2 days. And so I lost like 3 days of work. And I think what wound up happening this week was I was just trucking along like I had worked those 3 days, and then it bit me in the ass when I realized there were some things that I was supposed to have done that I had assumed I had already done, but I hadn't because they were expected to be done during that time. So it's a completely understandable reason to have gotten a little behind on certain things this week. I just didn't think about it. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like when you don't realize that like it's the new year and you're writing the wrong date, the wrong year on everything or whatever. It's an understandable thing, but you're still fucking up. Oh, what do we got going on in the comments here? Yeah, Super Bowl is today. Yeah, Plan with Laura is wedding planning, and she's sharing a lot of it. If you're going to follow her, she's putting a lot of her, from what I understand, she's putting a lot of her wedding content up on TikTok. I've observed that from what she said on her Instagram, because when I'm on TikTok, which is very rarely, it's usually pet videos. Like, no lie. I think I know kind of I have an idea. So I've been kind of nonplussed with the idea of doing Reels or TikToks, because like doing the like lip syncing I've done it once and it felt so fucking just cringe, to borrow a word from my teenagers. It felt cringe of me. Now, I'm not saying other people are cringe for doing things on TikTok, or like people who are my age. I'm not saying they're cringe, but to me, it felt cringe. So, I think what I want to do, by the way, I'm going to interrupt myself. I think what I want to do is, because I loved how this came out, but I want to do something different. I think what I'm going to do is go to this style-ish and have, I'm not going to put workouts, but it'll be weather and then dinners, and then we'll do blood pressure down here. I'll put some of this washi tape down. Let's just do that. Maybe we'll do dinners down here and blood pressure up at the top. That'll work. I'll answer questions in just a second. I just want to finish my TikTok ramble. Anyway, so I have felt, for me personally, super cringy about trying to do any TikTok style shit on my Instagram, like on my Reels or on TikTok at all. And I'm not going to tell you what exactly, because I'm still thinking it over, but I think I have come up with and it wasn't on purpose. It was in the shower. I don't know about you guys, but I get some of my best thoughts in the shower. And so let's put these little skinnies down right here, right underneath. Yeah, that'll be cute. So I think I have an idea for actually being able to do stuff. Oh my god. I'll just use my little snips. I think I have an idea for actually having something valuable and like not cringe to contribute on TikTok and Instagram Reels, but I'm not sure yet. But in the meantime, I'll just say that the reason I haven't done a bunch of that is because I just feel so silly doing it. And not in like a fun, silly way, but in like I'm embarrassed for myself kind of way, if that makes sense. I don't like that feeling. So I'm not like aiming to like go for it. You know what I mean? Yeah, the shower for coming up with ideas is I love my showers. My showers are my like sacred time. I swear to God, it's the only time I don't have to worry about somebody asking me for something. Like, used to be that was the case. Like, the kids would come in, Jesse would come in, and they'd fucking interrupt me in the shower, and I think my yelling at them and telling them to back the fuck off finally stuck. So, anyway. Where was I? Let's go to I saw some things people were saying. Emily Lou Arts said she started because of me being unique too. Ooh, I'll have to check her out. Emily Lou Arts. I feel like I've seen this channel before, but I'm not sure. Emily Lou Arts. What color is my nails? I don't remember the name of the color, Jessica. It's an OPI color. It's gel color. I picked it out at the nail salon, but I have no idea. I have no idea what color it is. I should know. I remember when I was getting my nails done on the regular before I would remember what the colors were, and I did that on purpose because people would ask, and then I have forgotten because it's been so long. Therapy shoes, Debbie? Ooh. I'm sorry you've had a rough couple of weeks health-wise, Megan. And that I'm just so sorry, dude. Yeah, Debbie, yeah, I'm aware. I can imagine it's hard for you to find somebody who fits in sort of your particular box is not the best word, but like, yeah. knowing everything I know about you. Yeah, Jesse is feeling better, Emery. Thank you. You should do that. Do that, Debbie. I would totally watch that. Just scrolling through the comments here. The ADHD and neurodivergent crowd on TikTok is awesome. I've heard that there are just some epic communities over on TikTok. Like I said, when I go on there, which isn't very often, it shows me funny pet videos, which is entirely, usually if I'm heading to TikTok, it's because either my sister or my friend has sent me funny pet videos. Like, they send them to me because they know I will appreciate them. And then I stick around and watch several funny pet videos on TikTok. And that's why I think my For You page is all funny pet videos, because that's the only reason I ever seem to go ever over there. Now I am going to put down one of these like other washi strips. Maybe the pink one, maybe the purple one. Because we're taking a 3-day weekend. Well, technically, Jesse and I are taking a 3-day weekend. And then the kids actually have a 4-day weekend for President's Day. But we are taking, Jess gets Monday off, and I am taking Monday off because one of my goals is to take 3-day weekends once a month. And so this one works out that I'm getting a 3-day weekend with my chitlins, which is, I guess, the ideal situation, right? So let's throw this weekend banner here. And then, so there's the weekend, and then, I kind of want to cover these hearts up. Maybe what I'll do, just to be extra, is use some of these doodle stickers to cover the hearts up, so every day just has a little doodle on the bottom. I don't know, let me think about that. All right, let's go. Alex, oh my God, that sounds so relatable about writing the January for February. Yeah. Carrie says, you didn't do trendy shit on YouTube. Why do you have to do trendy shit on TikTok? You thrive by doing your own thing. No. Let me just say, what I want to do is not trendy shit on TikTok. There's just something I think I could do that would be a lot of fun. I guess I'll be realistic with you. Let me just tell you guys what I'm thinking about doing. What I'm thinking about doing is just doing pen and paint swatches on TikTok. I have so many pens that I've reviewed on YouTube, but I still have so many of them, and I have so many paints, and I love swatching things. It makes me so relaxed. I think maybe it'll be relaxing to just have videos where I swatch all of one kind of pen or all of one kind of paint or something. I thought that would be fun. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Not because I want to be trendy, but because I have been thinking about ways to put to use so many of the things that I have, and that actually seems like one that could be fun. You're still one that struggles to have showers. Yeah, Pamela, what I learned basically was to be just really mean about making people leave you alone while you're in the shower. That's what I do. Yeah, I don't take baths, generally speaking. I don't fit in most bathtubs. One of my hopes for this house, or the house that we were going to buy, was going to be to have a nice big bathtub that I could fit in. And that was one of the things that we compromised on to get this house, which is fine. The shower is awesome. And I'm not really a bath taking person, but I thought maybe I would be if I had a bigger bathtub. But it seemed to me that, like, I know I love showers. So getting a house with a really nice shower and all these other things we wanted was worth not getting a bathtub. The kids have a bathtub, and Kat uses it, but I don't fit in them. Like, usually half of my body is cold at any given time because I'm 6'2". I'm too tall for my fucking bathtub, and I'm not skinny. So I'm 6'2" and not skinny. So there is that. Let me put some weather in for Monday through Wednesday. We're supposed to snow again this next week. It snowed, what day? Thursday? I think it was Thursday. It snowed. And it came down. We got like 6 inches, but it's been so warm that it's already starting to melt off. Listen to me talking like a fucking person who knows about snowy weather. California ass coming here. And I've been here for like a couple of snows. And now I'm like, I know all my shit, which I don't. So let's just be real there. How are the kids? The kids are doing okay. Kat has had a sore throat and like some other symptoms all week, so they've been home for the majority of the week because the school's like, don't send them in if they have any symptoms. And Kat has had Kat doesn't have COVID, but they have the kinds of symptoms where they don't want you going into school right now. So, all right. So there is whoops, I forgot to put weather here. So there's the weather from Monday through Wednesday, and then I have meals. And even though I've said this before and I'll say it again, like this last week I had them here and I've just been crossing them off. They haven't been like day specific. There's a couple I have that are day specific, and so I want to put those in, and then but if I change them up, then I change it up. So we got some Chilean sea bass from Imperfect Foods. And I feel like that would make a really fun Valentine's Day dinner for Jess and the kids and I. As I'm not going anywhere. We'll put I love you lots. Yeah, whoa, where'd it go? There it is. Okay, let's put this down here. I love you lots. Oh my God, my stomach is making weird noises. I'm sorry. Have I seen the Walter the Cat commercial? No. Hey, Kristen. We could get a hot tub for the deck, Pam. I think Jesse would throw a major veto on that. He thinks hot tubs are too much work for for like what you get out of them. Bye, Megan. Take care of yourself. Debbie, we need to talk. The next hangout, we need to talk about your new place because I really want to hear about it. Hey, Jen. You got a walk-in tub. How does a walk-in tub work? Do they have like a gate on them? I feel like I've seen one before because that actually might be good for me in terms of getting in and out of something. But I've already talked to Jesse about the potential of installing one of those handles. What is it? Those like bars that you put in the shower for people who have like because for me, if I like when I'm bending over or whatever, it's very easy for me to hurt myself. And when I've been in hotels with those, it's been really helpful. So I don't know. Wednesday, when it's allegedly going to snow, we're going to do beef stew. RJ's not a huge fan of beef stew, but I fucking love it. So I'm not gonna ignore my beef. He'll eat it. He just doesn't love it. Beef stew, I'll put the little candle there. Sweet. Hot tubs in the winter. Yeah, Kim, I remember in California years and years ago when I was a kid, my parents were house sitting for a friend of theirs who had a pool and a hot tub, and they brought us over, and it was pouring rain outside and cold. And we went in the hot tub when it was like steaming in the rain, and it was so cool. And then my sisters and I decided to jump into the freezing cold pool because the pool cover had been pulled part of the way back, and we wanted to swim under the cover, and it was fucking cold, and it was probably not safe. But we did it because it was fun. So there you go. Maybe use these little tulips here. This is way more decorative stickers than I usually use, but I don't give a fuck. Okay, Tuesday, Kat has an appointment, so maybe we'll do the cream cheese taquitos on Tuesday because that is one of Kat's favorite meals. And then Thursday, let's see here. Sunday, I think Saturday we'll do a crock pot meal, so that'll be the chicken pesto mozzarella. Grab bars, Aaron. I think that is what I'm talking about. Yeah. Oh God, you have to drain it first before you leave? No, that does not sound like the business for me. All right, so I'm gonna put popcorn down because I know we want to watch Encanto. So maybe we'll do out on Saturday night. We'll do pizza, which means we'll do chicken pesto mozzarella in the crock pot on Sunday, which we're going to. That's so Sunday next week. We're not having a live plan with me because I will be taking the weekend off to have some fun with my family. And hopefully, fingers crossed, our now twice rescheduled museum trip will be that day. Friday night, Instant Pot chicken, broccoli, and rice, probably. I like the Instant Pot version because it doesn't use any cream of anything soup. Not that I'm like anti using cream of whatever soup, but it's got so much sodium in it that I can hear my nephrologist yelling at me from like 3 miles away. And then creamy shells. I have not made creamy shells and beef in a while, so that sounded like some good comfort food for this week, which I am totally here for, is some comfort food. Speaking of which, we'll put a little... See, look at that. I think that came out cute. That's a cute little meal plan situation. What do you think? I think that's cute. Okay, let me put in my habits. Yeah, I heard Encanto is really, really good. And, oh, hi, Michaela. Which one did you want? Which recipe did you want, Andrea? Do you want the taquitos or the... Because remember, there's a delay, so I don't know what recipe specifically you made. Planning routine. Planta. I think I would know this by now, but I don't. It's really important. I got 4 out of the 7 days this week. It's really important I watch my blood pressure this week because I just upped one of my meds. So... All right, so there is my habits for the week. And then up across the top, I will put my blood pressure. And so that's all those things. So now we can get started on the actual week planning. What love sticker did I put upside down? I'm looking at the comments. Okay, Christine, I was like you. Okay, I also, the feeling of the biscuits when they pop open with the spoon fucking stresses me out. I was so worried my Instant Pot was going to explode because my mom used to have one of those like pressure cookers that like shook when you use it. Use it. It won't explode. Take your time, follow the directions. It's so worth it. It took me a year to use it. And then after that, I've used it so much. So just, it's worth getting over the fear of. I'm just letting you know, as somebody who also had to get over the fear of the Instant Pot. You've been watching Instagram videos of a guy reacting to food in American food. It depends on the place you're going to, man. I mean, I've looked at some of the things for like British people food, and some of that food looks fucking weird to me. Alex, that does sound awesome, but I get what you're saying. I was always that way with a tattoo. I swear I'd had money set aside to get my next tattoo, and then I needed new tires without fail for years. Oh, the cream cheese taquitos. Yes, I will drop that into the chat right now because I have it. It's in my, like, it shows up in, like, you know, you start typing something into Google and it just automatically fills it for you. I've used it so many times. Now, what I do with it, though, what I do with the cream cheese taquitos recipe is I use chicken broth instead of water. Instead of all the spices, I just use taco packet, my favorite taco packet, which is the Taco Bell original seasoning taco packet. I just use taco packet because I like that. I like the taste of it. And I also double it. So I double the liquid, I double the chicken, I double the cream cheese. Except I don't fully double the cream cheese. I cut it down, but I do a brick and a half. And I use a full taco packet. So that's my way I modify it. Ooh, an inflatable hot tub. What I want to try is an inflatable kayak, but Jesse's like, Cindy, you will fucking wipe out. Okay, so I'm lost my train of thought. Where are we at here? First of all, ooh, cool, Emery. What's your tattoo gonna be? Yes, we haven't seen Encanto yet, so we're gonna try to watch that this weekend. Kat and I want to watch it together at the very least. Michaela, the Instant Pot is worth the price. Wait for it to go on sale. They usually go on really good sales. And if there's an Amazon sale that's really good, chances are your Target will probably also have a sale, and you won't have to wait for it. Yeah, the Taco Bell, it's like hard to find, Carrie, so I'll order it online in like a big box of it, so I have a whole bunch. Christina asked if I ever considered doing a budget video. I thought about it, but I don't really handle the full-blown budgeting in our house. That's Jessie, so I'm not really the one who does it. You know what I mean? All right, so I'm going to use this love sticker on Monday, and I'm going to put it like here. So Monday I have a full day of work, but I also need to go grocery shopping because I did not get a chance this weekend, and instead I redid my closet. Like, I didn't do Alpha. I know I had talked about doing Alpha, and it's been the Alpha sale, so I thought maybe that would be a perfect time to do it, but I just couldn't spend that much money on it, so instead I spent like $150 and bought a few things to help with it, and I'm actually really happy with it, so I think it might be like what I'm doing might just be enough. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to use this one. This Get It Done sticker. Maybe I should put this love down after I'm done with it. Okay, hold please. I'm going to put you here. And I'm going to take this box. So I'm going to try and do some... I don't need to do a huge amount of grocery shopping. We still have plenty of food left. But I do need to replenish some things, especially for the kids, like for their lunches and shit. So I already have my list, and what I'm going to do is drop them off at school tomorrow and then head straight to the store, get that done, and then come home and get to work. So I'm going to do... No, I don't like this sticker here. Let me think about that. Maybe what we'll do is we'll put it right here. There we go, because I know I'm not going to need this whole thing, so I might as well just cover some of it up. Oh, yeah. I like that better. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to TJ's. And I'm going to go to King Super. I don't think I need to hit Costco this week, which is nice. There's an origami hard kayak that folds flat, as long as you're kayaking on calm waters. Yeah, see, so Jessica, we've had to reschedule the museum twice now because of people being sick. So I'm just hoping that this weekend we'll finally get to a point where we can go. I mean, wasn't sick the last time. It was that Kat's legs were really hurting from school that week. So what we're hoping is that we'll go on Sunday. So Kat will get done with school on Friday, have a day on Saturday to rest, go to the museum on Sunday, and then have 2 more days off from school to recover. That's the hope. Anyway, I'm like losing my entire train of thought here. Where's my list? All right. So, and then the other thing that's going on Monday morning is that our pest appointment is Monday morning. And so the pest window, Jessie will likely be the one handling it because I will probably be at the grocery store. But just to put it in here to remember, Orkin. It's 10 a.m. And then, I still need to put in A and B days. I haven't done that yet either. Well, shit. Maybe I will just do it up here. A, B, A, B, A. Okay. Which is one of the reasons I can go to the grocery store tomorrow when I drop off the kids, because they both get dropped off at the same time. King Super is a grocery store, Jessica. It's like Kroger. Have I read any Joe Abercrombie? I have not. Nice, Pam. That's awesome. Hey, Cheryl. Yeah, I have one tattoo, and there is one that I really want in honor. So the one I have is a flower that maybe I'll put one of these down here. This all you need is love. No, we'll do the I'm stuck on you sticker. Because I'm not gonna have a lot of time. I don't want to do a lot else during the day tomorrow because I'm gonna do the grocery shopping, which means then the rest of the day needs to be work. But I do have some to-do list items I want to put down for tomorrow. I need to call. I have some phone calls to make. I have to call physical therapy and reschedule an appointment Kat had to miss because of being sick. And I need to do the paperwork. All right, it's 3 things. And I already grabbed a hot pink. I think this one is a good pink for this kit. Okay, so that's Monday. Yeah, my tattoo that I have currently is a small flower. It's on my back. It's just black and a black line art drawing from, if you've ever read, there's a graphic novel called Strangers in Paradise, and it's not like a superhero comic. It's like a drama comic, and I love it. Kat's name comes from that comic, and so I have the tattoo from that. And then I want to put a Valentine's Day sticker here as well, because that is this day. Valentine's. I guess I'll put it right here. Yeah, that'll work. Valentine's Day. Okay. Oh, nice, Veronica. That would be a rad tattoo to get. The second one that I want to get is Klingon. And it's a Klingon proverb that says, "The memory of you sings in my blood." I want it in Klingon, in just black, around one of my arms to honor my parents because they were big Trekkies. And that's the tattoo that I think would be the most honoring of them. Okay, so Tuesday is payday. And so not only do I need to do the payday, I also need to move money to savings that day. Did I do the dip? No, this is gel. This is hard gel. The salon that I found, they only do gel and hard gel. No acrylic, no dip. And they've been really awesome so far. This is the second one that I've done, the second round. This is the fill, and it went really well. All right, so payday. Okay. Ooh, I like that, Emery. Pam, that is adorable. Oh, Michaela, I'm glad to have inspired you. I really like having my nails done because it keeps me, they're so thick that it keeps me from gnawing on them, for one. For two, it just feels good to look at my hands this way. And for three, well, that's basically it. But yeah. All right, so I've got a patron live at 2 p.m. and then Kat has an appointment at 4:30 that I have to drive them to. So, patron live. Ooh, let's do this little heart balloon one. That would be fun. No. Let's do a pink one with a Steve. I'm looking at the different tattoo ideas you guys have. Oh, Ruby, or Katie, that sounds awesome. Flaming Chalice. The Flaming Chalice, is it for being a UU? And then the Starfleet insignia would be fucking rad. Oh my god, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Look at the odds, you guys. So we'll put this little happy Steve here. You want to get a tattoo that's some combination of a treble clef, a heart, and a Phantom of the Opera mask. My sisters and I considered getting a treble clef. No, what we get, a bass clef and a lily to represent my parents. My dad sang in the bass register, and my mom's favorite flower was a lily. I like the Klingon idea better, though. All right. Patron live. And then Kat has their appointment. I'm just going to use a little car for that to remember that I have to drive, because some appointments are telehealth and some appointments are in person. And I know there's going to be at least one physical therapy appointment scheduled for this week. I'm pretty sure, Olivia, at 4:30. All right, so that's Tuesday so far. And then I just want to add to my to-do list to move money to savings. All right. Wednesday. I don't have much on the calendar, if at all, for personal stuff. But there is I want to try again. I didn't do the live Bowie ride for Peloton because I fell down. That was, I think, the day I fell on my face in the parking garage. So understandable, right? You're not gonna go fucking try and ride a fucking exercise bike while you've fallen flat on your face. But there is a live classic Jen Sherman half an hour long classic rock ride You say classic rock to me, and I say what time and how long. So I think I'm going to try and do that live ride on Wednesday. Which means I should be able to get home from dropping off the kids, change, and then jump on at 4:30. So I'm putting that one directly on here so that I remember that it's happening. Let's look at the car. Oh, so far best commercials, a tease of the Doctor Strange movie. Yeah, I don't really care too much about commercials for the Super Bowl, but the halftime show this year, I'm so ready for it. And as a matter of fact, I need to wrap up this so I can get upstairs and get ready for that. Okay, so Thursday, I still have not gathered all of my tax information, so I need to do that. Like with a fucking quickness, I need to do that because Jesse, we're starting to get to the point where Jesse is going to be right on my ass. So I'm going to grab this side-eye Steve here and this guy. I love all the tattoos you guys are talking about in the comments. Tax. Oh my god. Sometimes my exes come out looking like hot garbo, and today is one of those days. Tax shit. Okay. But that's all I've got on Thursday so far. My second half of this week so far is very light, which I appreciate. All right, so Friday, I need to make sure to do my HB90 stuff for work because I'm not going to do it on Sunday. I will do my weekly planning on Sunday. I'm not going to do it, or I'm going to do my planning stuff all on Friday for the following week because I'm going to do a plan with me that's going to go up on Sunday. So I want to make sure to not, I don't want to do those things. Maybe I'll do this. Just eat, sleep, plan, repeat on Friday as the reminder. I'll just write them down here. Moxie. And I probably won't wrap up my reflections until Sunday for Makselife, but since work will be done on Friday, I can do all the wrap up for the HB90 there. And then I would like to get lunch with Kat on Friday, if possible. So I am going to put that down. Maybe I'll use one of those cute half boxes for that. I don't know what time their lunch is that day, though, so I have to find out. Because their lunch changes from A to B day. They have the way you get your lunch at their school is it's based on what subject you have in a certain period. So I'm not going to put a time yet because I don't know what time I'm going to do it on. And then on Saturday, aside from washing my sheets, the other situation that we have that day is that RJ and I have an appointment at Chase to go get him his high school bank account, like a high schooler bank account. I had actually set up an account for him, but it was not... We wanted one that gave him more that he could do with it, like be able to take money out and put money in. And at Chase, because it's where we bank with, there's an account you can get at like online for your kid, where you get to, like, as the parent, you can add money and do things, but they just can use an ATM card or something like that. It's not as robust as a regular bank account, and we want something that's more useful for him. So but you can't set the high school one up unless you do it at the bank branch, and you need to make an appointment. So we have an appointment on Saturday. That's a lot of explaining for one thing. And then on Sunday, the only thing I have specifically that we're going to do that, Dan, I'm going to use this you and me sticker. I've been hanging on to it. I knew I wanted to do it on Sunday. Is put that here. The museum. Please, for the love of God, nobody gets sick. We have moved the tickets. And I mean, to be fair, the guitar exhibit, which Jesse is really excited to see, is there till April. So if we have to keep postponing, we have at least another month to postpone through. But goddamn it, I just want to do this. I had bought these tickets at the beginning of January. So the key is, everyone has to stay healthy, and Jesse and I have to get up early enough to exercise, feed and exercise the shit out of Layla so that we can put her in her crate when we're at the museum and have her not, like, lose her shit. She loves being in her crate, but if she's, like, super, like, energetic, then she gets up to, like, no good, which is our fault for not exercising her. Anyway, so this is what my week is looking like so far. It is not super filled up yet, because I have a lot of work to do this week, and so I don't want to overschedule my personal time until I have really thought each day. The routine I'm starting to get into, and you'll see I'm doing a daily work plan with me, goes up this next week, to plan work out in the evening when my work day is done, and to plan personal stuff in the morning when I'm thinking about my day, and that's been a really helpful thing. If you're interested, let me know in the comments. If you want me to do an updated planning routine, like how I'm planning weekly, and because I do this, but I also do some other things weekly, and then how I'm doing it daily. If you want to see a video on that in March, just let me know. In the meantime, also, there's not going to be a live plan with me next weekend. There will be just a regular pre-recorded video going up. And B, I have the next month is going to have staggered, is going to be alternating pre-recorded and live plan with me's because of Go Wild and some other things going on. However, one of those, I don't know which one for sure yet, but one of those will be a hot mess plan with me. So there will be a hot mess plan with me coming up in March. Just be prepared for that. It's probably going to be stamps, because that's my favorite way to kick off a hot mess plan with me, is with my loathed stamping hatred. Anyway, I got to get going. I want to go watch the Super Bowl and start making dinner and so on and so forth. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will talk to you all next week. Don't forget to like this video on your way.